Very good morning, my dear aspirants. Today we are going to discuss daily current affairs September 25th. In this, we are going to discuss about two issues. One is regarding this lady. Please observe this image about this lady, about this naval exercises, about you can observe this is the formula of potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide. Here, if you observe, this is Quad Group image, India, Australia, America, and Japan. So this is the image of Quad Group. So we are going to discuss two issues. So these are the images of it. So now let's start our session. Flashpoint number one: Preetilata Vadedar. News article with from DD News. So our source is DD News. So Bangladesh recently decided to make film on revolutionary freedom fighter Preetilata Vadedar, and this topic in mains it is related to GS paper 1 history, and this is our source. You can click or go to this source, you will get the complete article. So here our first question is how she is related to India's freedom struggle. So here you observed that the Bangladesh government, the Bangladesh government, Hasina Begum. So she is the Prime Minister of Bangladesh government. So government, this lady's government, Hasina Begum, who is the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. So she decided to finance a film on the life of a revolutionary freedom fighter Preetilata Vadedar. So how she is related to India? That is what our question. So how she is related to India? So please do remember Surya Sen. You are very well aware of this Surya Sen. Wait, one minute. Right. So you are very well aware of this Surya Sen. Who is this Surya Sen? And Nirmala Sen. This is Surya Sen. This is Surya Sen. The title of this Surya Sen is a Tiger of Bengal. Tiger of Bengal. And another title of Surya Sen is Master Da. So actually, this person started his career as a school teacher. So he called as Master Da, and one of the key architect of a freedom movement in India, especially in Bengal. He is very much noted for Chittagong Armory. Chittagong Armory raid, where Britishers' arms were seized and the Indian flag was hoisted by this lady. So she is a 21-year girl. Please remember, she is just a 21-year girl. This 21-year girl dressed her like a Punjabi Sikh, and she faked and she hoisted our Indian flag on the Chittagong Armory raid when we sieged when these people sieged the British Armory House. So she was involved in several revolutionary acts like this, and the famous one is Chittagong Armory raid and attack. And the last attack by this lady is this Partali European Club. So what happened in this Parthal European club? In the year 1932, Surya Sen, the same Master Da, planned to attack the Parhatali European club, which had a signboard. This Partali European club has a signboard that dogs and Indians are not allowed. Then Suresh Sen decided to appoint a woman leader for this mission, and she led the movement. This lady almost killed 11 soldiers of Britishers, and lastly she got shot by bullet. But before caught, she consumed cyanide. Before the British police capture her. The very powerful, very patriotic lady. So everyone called her with a title called Rani Preetilata. So if you observe her student career, she completed her studies in Bedani College in West Bengal. Later, she also joined as a school teacher, and she is famous for Chittagong Armory and Paharlati European Club. And now, in now this Bangladesh government is financing a film on her life. So here, this article is related to completely history. This current affairs topic is related to history, but here you should observe one common thing. She got killed by, when post-mortem was done, she was not killed by this bullet injury. She was killed by, her death was due to cyanide. So which cyanide? So here you should observe. Which cyanide? Potassium cyanide. So we may get in science and technology. This topic also can be related to science and technology. So it's our responsibility to study this formula because it is in use. So KCN, so which is a cyanide, which is a potassium cyanide. So this cyanide is a poisonous chemical that can be present in various forms. It is a chemical compound consists of carbon and a nitrogen, so completely known as CN group, so which is a very toxic. The moist soil emits small amounts of hydrogen cyanide. Please observe, this is the image of this potassium cyanide. The moist solid emits small amounts of hydrogen cyanide. Due to hydrolysis process, this can kill us. So how many forms are there? Potassium cyanide, tinogen cyanide, sodium cyanide, hydrogen cyanide. So cyanide, you can find hydrogen cyanide, cyanogen cyanide, sodium cyanide, and this potassium cyanide. So here you should also observe the applications for it. What are the uses of KCN? It is used in extraction of silver and gold from ores. This may come in our exam. Which chemical compound is used for extraction of silver and gold from ores? That is potassium cyanide. Also used in electroplating process. This is also used as a reagent in analytical chemistry and also used in preparation of carboxylic acids and nitriles. It is also used in wet plate chlorination process. Nothing but photographic fixer. It also used in gold mining for extraction. It is also used in warehouses. So here question rises, how we can detoxify this potassium cyanide from any person if we consumed it. So the most efficient way is to use hydrogen peroxide, or you may use sodium hypochlorite. So in science and technology, they may ask you these type of questions, and they may also ask you, please do remember how much of this potassium cyanide can kill a person. Please do remember 3 milligrams. If you consume more than 3 milligrams, definitely that person will die. So many famous persons used this cyanide. What are the symptoms? If you observe, what are the symptoms? Breathing problem, vomiting, dizziness, feeling like sleepy, confusion, fatigue, lack of coordination, pain in stomach, unconsciousness, low BP, lung damages, respiratory failure, and at last coma. And this cyanide can also cause a severe heart attack if it spreads immediately into the body. So now you have come to know about cyanide poisoning and its effect. Please be careful, guys. So this Preetilata Padedar used potassium cyanide to kill herself. So now Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Hasina Begum, government is financing a film on the life of this revolutionary freedom fighter, Preetilata Padedar. So now we are moving to our second topic. This is about ZIMIX. This is about ZIMIX, bilateral maritime exercise between Japan and India to commence off west coast of India. This is our source. Here it is our link, and this is related to international relations as well as GS3 paper defense relations. So let's start. This is ZIMIX. So please observe. So how many countries, whether it is a bilateral, trilateral, or multilateral, please do remember this is a bilateral exercise. This is a bilateral exercise between Indian Navy and Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Forces. So it was held at Northern Arabian Sea near Gujarat from September 26th to September 28th. And if you observe this ZIMIX, we are conducting from 2012 biennially. So what is the meaning of biennially? So once in 2 years. So now it is the 4th edition of GMX 20. And last one held at Vishakhapatnam, which was GMX 18, 3rd edition. So please do remember, it is a maritime exercise. And there are other exercises we conduct with Japan. Those are Sahyog Kaizen, Sahyog Kaizen. In the same way, in trilateral, it is Malabar, and now when Australia joined it, it became a Quad. So now India, USA, Japan, India, USA, Japan, nothing but Malabar exercise. Now in this Malabar exercise, this Australia also joined it. So already we discussed this topic in previous classes. Please go and check those classes. Please observe here why we conduct these joint military exercises. Why? Because to test our abilities of armed forces without engaging in combat. It helps our armed forces to train themselves for humanitarian relief in case of natural calamity or disaster. Military exercises also helps in improving the cooperation and coordination among fellow participants for any joint military operations. So here, now if you observe this Japanese side, what are the war machines are used? Shipinaga. Whereas in our Indian side, we used the stealth destroyers. Also, we used the stealth frigates and fleet tankers. Please observe the names here. The Chennai stealth destroyer, the Tarkash stealth frigate, Deepak fleet tanker. In the same way, we also used from Japanese side Shipinaga, Inzimo class helicopter destroyer, Ikachu a guided missile destroyer, T-81 long-range maritime patrol aircraft, integral helicopters and fighter aircrafts. So here you should not forget main important point. Please observe this second point. It will be the first military exercise after the two countries signed landmark agreement of ACSA. Please observe here very carefully. This acquisition and cross-servicing agreement we signed with Japan. That is the last agreement we signed with Shinzo Abe, who was the last former Prime Minister of Japan. What is this all agreement? We already discussed this topic also, ACSA topic. Please go and watch previous videos. You will get clear idea because we discussed in brief. But for the time being, I will give you some small information to you. So what is this acquisition cross servicing agreement? We can use both logistics supports. We can exchange our logistics supports like communication, like warfare technology instruments, in the same way artificial intelligence. And what is the use of it? What is the use of this GMX? If once, though it is a bilateral, but if you observe clearly, before GMX in this same year, we conducted naval exercise with Australia. So now we conducted a naval exercise with Japan. Okay, very good. But before this, we conducted a naval exercise with Australia. Before this, in July, we conducted naval exercise with This USA, where the USA's Nimitz, which is the world's, please remember, which is the world's largest warship, US Nimitz, we conducted exercise with that ship. So now we conducted exercise with Japan. Previously we conducted exercise with Australia, and in July we conducted exercise with USA. So Japan, Australia, USA. So if you observe, this is called as Quad group. That's why you may get this question: how you can say Quad is completed by this exercise? Because now we conducted exercise with Japan, before that Australia, and before that US. And the recent development, if you observe, we signed agreement ACSA, and after this ACSA, this is our first military exercise. So please observe here, ACSA agreement was done with Shinzo Abe, and now this first military exercise conducted during whose leadership? Who is the right now? Who is the right now Prime Minister of Japan? Yoshihide Suga. So we also completed this self-made Prime Minister. Please go and watch previous videos about the self-made Prime Minister, the new Prime Minister of Japan. Is it clear to everyone? So clearly observe here. What is the importance? What is the importance of this Quad group? We can get balance of power in Asia, support of USA, Japan, and Australia, which gives us a key way to tackle asserting this Sea of China's South China Sea. We can secure our trade routes and their interests, which covers this region. If you observe this Indo and Pacific region, which accounts for more than two-thirds of India's trade. And if you observe all these four persons have the common interest, the fundamental values and strategic interests are same for them. Those are democracy and safety of seas under United Nations Convention Law of Seas 1982 Act. Is it clear to everyone? With this accord, we can check the China's BRI. This also we explained in our previous videos. Please go and watch. What is this China's BRI? What is this China's string of pearls? What is this China's Pakistan economic corridor? What is one belt, one road? What is this string of pearl? So, one point again I want to remind you, this ACSA is signed with Japan's former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who was the last Prime Minister, who was the former Prime Minister of Japan. And now this exercise is conducted in whose period? The current Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga. Is it clear to everyone? And now the relations between the Japan and India will be in such a way of Shinzo Abe's Abenomics. So here the word Abenomics is very, very important, because it is a combination of monetary policies, fiscal policy, and economic growth strategies to encourage private investments. And these are followed by Shinzo Abe, who advocated these policy in 2012 when he became when he became second term prime minister. And this Abenomics is now followed by the self-made prime minister Yoshihide Suga. Is it clear? So Abenomics, Abenomics. This word is very, very important. Please go through these words. So with this topic is completed. So once again, if you please check it. Gemix. What is the edition? Fourth. Where did Gemix 20X held? Northern Arabian Sea. How many times? Now it is fourth time. Started from 2012 biennially. What are the Japanese side ships? What are the Indian side ships? Next. How you can say quad is completed by this exercise? Because first now we did with Japan. Before that we did with Australia, past 6. Before that we held exercise with USA. So why this is very, very important? To counter this China's aggression in Indo-Pacific as well as Indian Ocean region. Please go through image these all images. So Sri Kartikeya IAS Academy also conducting the best online classes as well as online test series for each and every aspirant. Please log in into this website or you may contact to these above numbers, given numbers. And this is KCR signing out.